Hello, crafty lovelies. I'm Leeny. Let's start crafting and make it till our eyes smile. That's what I like to say. I hope you subscribe, and when you do, click that bell and hit all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. You can also visit me at KraftyLeeny on my social media. Now let's begin. I'm going to be using this cute little window cling that I got at the Dollar Tree. And this wood cutout. I love the shape of it, but we're going to paint it with this apple barrel acrylic paint, Aqua Sky. I did 2 coats of the paint. I always let my paints dry fully before I do a second coat. And don't forget to do the sides. I also decided to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster for the middle because I wanted these words and this cute little cupcake to stand out even more. Once it was dry, I put a thin coat of Mod Podge on there and added my decal, and I just kind of moved it around till it was centered. And for the final touch, I added one more thin coat of the Mod Podge on the top and let it dry. Next, I added this cute ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just added a touch of glue on the bottom, 2 little tails, glued them together, and then put one little simple bow on top. Once the bow is in place, I added these cute little vase fillers. They had different sizes and a variety of colors of white, pink, and red. And I just picked little styrofoam balls that I thought would look really cute in the center of the bow. To add my sign to the swag, I'm going to add some hot glue to the back with a pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to put a little piece of ribbon and press down and let it set. So then I can add this to our swag. I fell in love with these cute little styrofoam cupcakes from Dollar Tree. I do remove the string on the top by pulling it right out. To dress these cupcakes up, I'm going to use some of these little cupcake cups. They're paper. I also found at Dollar Tree, and it was simple as gluing them right to the bottom, and then I added some glue all around the sides and press the cup against the cupcake. I then look at how the cup is laying, and if I need a little bit extra glue, I add it to the top and press down on it. I wanted to add some hearts to the top of the cupcake so they match our sign. I found these cute little wooden hearts from the Dollar Tree. I added some hot glue to the bottom, and then I added a toothpick. To place the toothpicks inside the cupcake, I added some glue just to the bottom of each toothpick and pressed them right in the middle of each cupcake. Some I had them at a straight angle and some I put them in a slant. And they turned out adorable. I then put a nice good coat. I was generous with the Mod Podge around this glittery part and the little BB parts of the cupcake, just so they don't go nowhere. This video is part of Love is in the Air, Valentine's DIYs, hosted by Rustic and Lace DIYs and Krista's Krafty Life. You can find the links to the playlist and to our host in the description box. Happy crafting! Now it's time to use our 5-gallon paint stir stick, and we're going to take some of these Chanel pipe cleaners and make our swag. We start by taking one of the Chanel pipe cleaners and we're going to fold it over just like a ribbon. And then we twist it a couple of times and it should look just like this. Now we're going to place it to where the top of the stir stick kind of has a little curve to it. We're going to add it right there on the neck. We're going to wrap it around and twist tightly. And now we have a swag hanger. I then clip the excess of the pipe cleaner. Add some glue down on top and a little piece of ribbon. And that is so it sticks really nice and it won't come undone or fall off or move. I love using these silicone makeup brushes for, you can press on the hot glue and it won't burn you. I find these at the Dollar Tree. I love them. I then add some more hot glue to the other side at the bottom of the hanger and add some ribbon. Now it's time to add our pipe cleaners to our stir stick. We'll be adding 2 pipe cleaners to the top of our stir stick just below our door hanger. When adding your pipe cleaners, put one and then you put the other. Make sure you twist them, but you want them to be facing opposite of each other. That is very important. When you're doing the double pipe cleaners, they should each be facing the opposite way. So now we're going to put doubles on top and we're going to put doubles in the middle. You can measure them if you like, but I did not. I just eyeballed it. I add one and then I'm adding the other right next to it, and they're each facing opposite of each other. And then we're going to go downward, and that one I want it about 2 inches to 2.5 inches from the bottom, and we're going to add them also together but facing opposite directions. Now for the singles, we're going to put them right in the middle of those doubles. Make sure you twist them a couple of times, really good, and then you're going to pull upwards. You want those singles to be facing up. Now that our pipe cleaners are in place, it's time to glue our pipe cleaners down. Mainly the bottom pipe cleaners, the 2. We want to make sure that that is not going to go anywhere, not going to fall off. It holds up really well. So I am generous with my hot glue and I add a little piece of ribbon just so it adheres really nicely. Press down in the center and let it set. I then continue to add more hot glue to each side and in the middle of the pipe cleaners. And that helps keep them from moving around as you're working with them. I'm going to set it aside and let it set first. Now it's time to get the deco mesh ready for our swag. I found these at the Dollar Tree and I chose these 3 colors. I thought they were perfect for Valentine's Day. I take each end of the deco mesh ribbons and I place them together evenly. I did white and overlapped it with red and overlapped with white. As I'm unrolling them, I measure it to about 12 inches. I then add one of these Dollar Tree clips. It kind of helps me from taking that time for measuring each single puff, and at the same time it keeps them together straight. It does help when you add something heavy on there so they don't just keep rolling back at you, because sometimes they have their own mind, a mind of their own. So as I'm doing this, I'm just unrolling, making sure they're evenly, and then I roll it to about 12 inches, and then I add a clip. So to start, we're going to gather the ends, and we're going to gather it tightly, and we're going to add that poof to the first 2 pipe cleaners to the top. Doesn't matter what side you start with, but it's the top pipe cleaners. So after we add that, we're going to poof it and we're going to bring it right around the top. And we take it to the other side of the other 2 pipe cleaners. Now we have a poof on the top. We're going to gather it where our clip was, the 12 inches. We're going to poof it, and we're going to go right to the other two on the side. We twist that pipe cleaner firmly, and then we pull it out. Now we have them starting to poof around. Now we're going to skip the single, and we go straight to the other two pipe cleaners. We remove our clip, make our poof and pinch it, and then we're going to twist those pipe cleaners right around. It looks intimidating, but trust me, it is so easy, especially when you get the hang of it. Yeah. So now we're going to pinch it, and we're going to go loop it over and right to the other side on the end, see? And then we twist. Now these are all 10-inch lengths when I measured it. And we just keep going. And now we're at the other where we began. The other pipe cleaner is to where we began. And now we're going to twist that firmly. Now, to make our poof in the middle, see how we have that all around? We're going to go now to the middle. So we're going to take where we start. We're going to go right over, but we're going to go, instead of on top word, we're going cross. So now we're going across to the other two pipe cleaners. Now I'm going to make a poof going from that pipe cleaner, the doubles, to a single. So now it's going to go from there to the single. Once I make my poof, I add it to that single and twist it tightly right there. Now for the center, to go over that double that is in the center, I'm going to measure my deco mesh to 14. I loop it over the double to the single, and then I twist. And once it's in place, I go down, pinch another 10 inches now, and then I add it to one of the sides of the doubles on the bottom. Once in place, I twist, and I do the same thing what I did on the top. Instead of over on the top, I go over to the side. So now we're going from one double side to the other double side. Once I tie it firmly, I then continue to go again. What we did in the center, we repeat. We get our deco mesh 10 inches, go to the single, twist tightly, and then I go 14 inches of the deco mesh, loop it over the double to the other single. So to be single in the middle, single to single again, and then we're going to twist firmly. And then I get 10 inches of the deco mesh again, pull, and then as I cut that excess off, that's all I have left, I am going to pinch, make my poof, and this time I tuck the end inward and put the pipe cleaner around it and twist. Now it's completely full on both sides. We have them all on the sides, and we have it going downward in the center and going upward to the center to where we began. So now it is going to be fluffy. To unfluff, all I do is just pull them, put my fingers in, and then pull. And then you just fluff them out the way you like. You always fluff them to make your eyes smile and your heart sing. It's totally up to you how fluffy you want it. If you even want to fluff them out, you can even leave it just like that. It is so pretty. After I was done and the fluffing was complete, it was time to cut my ribbons. I chose this ribbon from the Dollar Tree to match our sign, and I did them in the length of 12 inches. I did do 2 of them to 14 inches. I then took the ribbons and I ducktailed them, and I just go from the where it's folded upward to where it meets each corner. And now you have some cute ducktail ribbons. I love using this deco mesh rope from Dollar Tree. I always think they look so fun and colorful. I don't know, they remind me of kind of streamers that fly out. I don't know, they're just so cute and fun. So I'm using the aqua blue with the pinks, and I'm just cutting them. It's more or less what the ribbon sizes were, and I just fold them over and cut them. You can trim them as you go along. I ended up trimming them as I just made the bow and put them all together. If they were too long, too short, I just kind of worked with it. You can measure them, but these have a mind of their own, trust me. But they're fun. So now that I got the ribbon, I just pinched them all in the center and then put some pipe cleaners around them. And that made some really cute bows. Now I'm going to make a bunch of them. Now that they're all done, it's time to place them. For me, it is so much easier doing it this way. I like to do my bows individually onto my swags. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my fingers through, feel where the stir stick is, put my chenille stems around it, and then twist firmly to the back. And look at that. I just keep doing that until I'm happy with what it looks like. Once I was happy with what it looks like, I'm going to add me my sign. And that sign I added just like I did the bows. Push those pipe cleaners through to the back of the stir stick and then twist firmly. Isn't that sweet? Love it. It's so lovely. Love, love, love. Now for these cupcakes, they are very lightweight. So I just glued them straight onto my deco mesh on the swag, and they stayed beautifully. I did this to all my cupcakes, added generous amount of glue I have to add, and then just press them down. Loved it. And they are so light. After my cupcakes were all placed to where I was happy with them, I added these cute little plastic candies. And these I found at the Dollar Tree also. I did glue the tops because they do come apart, so I put a little bead of glue around on the bottom and on the top of the candies, pressed so they don't fall off, and then I put glue on the ball of the candy and placed it on to our swag. And isn't that fun? They look so fun and colorful and pretty. Oh, I absolutely fell in love with the way this is turning out. Now I'm going to get those again, the vase fillers. They're little styrofoam balls that we added to our bow, and we're going to add just different ones all over around on the swag. I put them with the different sizes, and they're white, pink, and reds. And oh, to me, it made this swag even more fun. I'm getting all tongue-tied all over the place because I'm so excited with the way this turned out. I can't wait for you to see the end. So now I just added glue to the back and the ribbon, piece of ribbon, and press down firmly into the center, just so it protects your door and it looks nice in the back. You trim the little wire. If it has a wire to the bows, you just trim that right off. And there we have our swag. That's it. That is it. And we have a beautiful, beautiful, sweet door swag for Valentine's. Be my sweetheart. Love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed what I made for you, crafty lovelies, today. Please give this video a big thumbs up. I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your lovely, lovely comments, your love. Thank you. It was my pleasure crafting with you today. I hope you subscribe, click that bell, and hit all so you're notified every time I upload a new video. You can also visit me on my social media at KraftyLeeny. Stay kind, be kind to yourself and others. Be blessed. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes, my lovelies. I'll see you in my next video.